Well, that wasn't nice. That wasn't a great start, but Romania. I'm a B, I'm a B, I'm a B, I'm a B. What I can remember, even before, okay, even before, I would wake up going to school early in the morning and I would do proper makeup. I would not get lazy to do it. Right now, sometimes it takes so much effort just to think that you have to do makeup. I feel like that's when you realize that you are really growing up and you are seeing that there's other priorities that you would rather take. But then at the same time, I had this thought, why taking care of yourself, making sure that you look great, you look presentable, not for somebody else, but for yourself, you start to perceive it as something that is secondary. Why do you suddenly feel like your priorities in you doing the work, you studying, or you doing anything else, it's much more important than you feeling good about yourself, you feeling, at the end of the day, pretty. As a girl, as a man, you also can feel pretty. Whatever your morning routine is, whatever you're trying to do. Since I became more of a stay-at-home person with my work and with my studies, I have started to neglect especially this trying to put myself together, trying to look good for myself. It's just me telling myself, hey, you should not be neglecting yourself. You should look after yourself, because I still do skincare. My skin is so dry. There is no way I can go a day without doing a skincare because I will be itching from head to toe. No way. But it's different. It's different when you're trying to be a little bit dolled up, you know? And I'm not talking about like excessive makeup. I'm not talking about like going all out. I'm just talking about like something light, something that will accentuate your features, you know? My makeup skills, I learned everything myself. Sometimes I looked at how my mom does it. Even right now, when I look at my mom and how she does makeup, it like makes no sense to me, or to many people it's like criminal. But she looks fantastic regardless, because it works for her. Sometimes you gotta break the rules. If it makes you look good, if it makes you look adequate, if it makes you look pretty, then you should continue doing it. Fuck the rules. Sometimes people are like, oh, you should do this step by step. But if me doing it step by step doesn't look as good as how I do it in my own way, then I'm not gonna be doing your step by step. I'm gonna be doing my step by step, because I know what works good for me. If I were to be thinking the way that I started off doing makeup and how it looked, there have been some sense of evolvement. I am quite open when it comes to just experimenting, but I will stick to something that I think looks good on me. And speculative. To some people, you will say like, oh, that's actually not a good look. And sometimes you are blind to what you're doing, because I was thinking that having bricks, and I mean bricks, as my eyebrows was go-to, was the best. And it isn't. I realized that the more natural look is the way to go. A lot of that, I will be honest, I'm quite interested in the whole modeling industry. I am quite interested in how the modeling process goes and how they do their makeup, because it looks so... Some of them don't do makeup. Some of them just do skincare and they look flawless. Some of them do like minimalistic makeup and it looks amazing. And that's what I'm aiming for. Like doing something that is minimalistic but also can make sure that it accentuates my features, if that makes sense. So without a further ado, I'll just do a minimalistic makeup that I usually do when I don't feel like putting on makeup, but I still put on some makeup and it still makes me, at the end of the day, feel better. If you're gonna look at it and you're say that there is no change, okay. I don't know about any other girls on social media, on YouTube, and they have this pretty bag that is for their makeup, and or just place that is for their makeup where everything goes there. For me, this is my bag. It's literally a travel bag. It's convenient. And when I travel, I don't even travel with everything that I have in this bag. I take out and I just leave whatever I need, and not like I go anywhere anyways. You know, it's maybe for future references. Be hopeful. Hashtag be hopeful. It has some sort of charm in it. I used to use foundation. not every time. I would only use it to go somewhere that is like, you know, fancy, or I know it's like a dinner that I'm gonna go that's like with everybody else. Usually I only use concealer. If I put on foundation, I feel like there's a barrier. When it comes to moisturizer, I can feel that it absorbs and I don't feel it on my skin. However, when it's foundation, I don't know, there's something about it. Maybe the foundation that I was using, and I think I was using Clarins. Like it was a good foundation. It wasn't a cheap one either. Maybe it's psychological, who knows? I do the Nourishing Care Lip Sleeping Mask. Hydrate my lips. If I'll afterwards decide to do my lips, they will be hydrated and not flaky. Thermal spring water. Hydrate the skin a little bit. It would be funny if it doesn't apply evenly. It's not applying evenly because I put on a serum today morning. Okay, I'm getting rid of this. Doesn't go well with the concealer that I have, I guess. And I'm gonna do the thing one more time. As you can see, very minimal. It still makes the eyebrow more. I'm just letting it set because afterwards I will use eyebrow pencil just to fill in some gaps. First I'll use my contour. I use from Benefit. I had this for I don't know how too long. I should probably not use this anymore. Germs all over, possessed by germs. It's already probably, it's not probably called Benefit anymore, just called Germs. But am I still using it? Absolutely. Will I use it till it ends? Yes. That's how I use my makeup. I have some palettes that I had for like 7 years. It's not much, but it's doing something, you know? I get my blush. This blush, you barely touched, barely. It's already transferring, like I'm barely touching it. This can be used for centuries. Bro, it's Chinese. I don't know. Amazing though. I apply a little bit of blush on this part. I don't know, I just feel like it looks nice. I don't apply contour on my nose. My contour on my nose is blush. So I just apply here and here. And I do this, just on the bridge of the nose. A sun kiss effect. Then, now my eyebrows are set, so what I will do is that I will fill in any gaps that I have in my brows. Fun little story. On my left brow, I have a scar. This scar has a story. I don't know how old I was. I was a kid. And what happened was, I really wanted to go rollerblading. I wanted to go rollerblading, but my mom was busy. She couldn't go downstairs, and we were living in China, and she was just kind of worried about me. She didn't want to let me go alone. I was like, it's okay, Mom. I will just rollerblade at home. And our apartment was not really exactly big. After some time, I was on the rollerblades, everything was going fine, and you know what happened? Of course, I have tripped and I nearly was left without an eye. I fell down right into a corner with my eyebrow. It was real close. If it was my eye, I would have been with one eye. There would have been zero chance of recovery. The corner, straight in, just straight in. Just, you know, the eye just would have went inside of my brain. Gone. Fun little story. Nearly probably died. It's okay. We're surviving. Yeah. I prefer this brow more because it just looks more put up together. Unlike the other brow. It's more complicated. I have to work on it more. One thing that I really hate, when you apply eyebrow gel, afterwards, I don't know if then nobody shows it or nobody says anything about it, but there's gel above the eyebrow a little bit. And sometimes you can see it, just a line of eyebrow gel. You have to get rid of it each time. Why does nobody talk about that? Last and final part. I get a brown mascara. I don't get a black mascara, I get a brown mascara. I personally feel like it accentuates my eyes better. As you can see, Romania. My makeup is very simple. It accentuates whatever I already have. My eyes, my gaze, my eyebrows. Eyebrows do a lot for you. You know that trend that was going on? Shaving, bleaching eyebrows? How much of the mimics of the face have gone from that person's face just not having eyebrows? Eyebrows are very important. Pay attention and take care of your eyebrows. For people that have plucked them away in 2000s, hair transplant. If it suits your face, if you think that's your go-to, go for it. I feel like your eyebrows really tell a lot, like, about the way that you communicate your emotions to another person. But anyways, this is just a simple makeup that I usually do whenever I don't feel like doing makeup. At the end of the day, after I do this makeup, I just feel prettier. I feel like I got myself together. I feel like that I am able to conquer the day and be able to take on much more than I plan at the start of the day. Do something nice for yourself, even if it's just a little skincare, if it's a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Take care of yourself. It all starts from taking care of yourself, that it leads to progress. It leads for you to want to accomplish more because you feel better about yourself. When you feel better about yourself, psychologically, automatically, you just feel like you can conquer the day. You can do and take on the tasks that are given to you. Some other time I'll be able to share or experiment, let's say, on other types of makeup that I do, because something that I realized in myself is that I am stuck on one type of makeup and I haven't been evolving. This would be a go-to when I don't have time. Another type of makeup, it just would be, I would do like brown colors. It would just always be the same way that I do it. I was thinking I should try to experiment for the upcoming year and see if I can find a different style for me. I want maybe to mix and match different type of ways and see if I'll be able to achieve that. But thank you so much for being with me. It has been a pleasure and I'll see you guys soon.